Cheese. Hmm. Okay, so small story time. I used to lie a lot when I was little. And it wasn't like, as far as I was concerned, it wasn't lying either. It was just, it was telling the truth in a different context. So, for example, my mom woke me up on a Saturday morning and was like, okay, do your chores today, mop your room. Then she goes out to the market. And I go straight back to sleep normally because why waking up? I wake me up by 7 on a Saturday morning. Anyway, she comes back, and I am like, I hear the car horn, and I'm like bloody freaky. I'm like, damn it, because I have not done anything. So she comes into the house and she asks me, have you mopped this room? Yeah, yeah, because in my brain, all right, have I mopped this room? Yes, I have mopped the room some before. Not, I didn't do it today, all right, but like at some point in the past, the room has been mopped by me. So have I lied? Really? No. Like I know that in the specific context we're talking about here, that would it would maybe be lying. But wait first, because she didn't ask contextually. If she wanted to know about today, she would have said, "Dream of the room today," right? So if I don't answer about today, that's on her for not asking clear questions. That was my mental process, yeah. So and like so I was lying to people, I was lying to myself as well, that oh, this isn't lying, because in this context that may not be entirely true, but in a different context, like if you take this question you have asked me as its own, like out of the context and as its own entity, I have answered it and my answer is true. So yeah, anyway, I've long since repented. I've come to understand that lying is not just making an untrue statement. It is anything. Let me look this up. So yeah, what is? So I'm looking up what is a lie, just to be clear on the concept. But yeah, it says not this one, guys. It says it says an intentionally false statement, or it's a situation involving deception or founded on a mistaken impression. Statements believe the speaker believes to be false and that are intended to cause the person towards whom they are directed to accept them as true. So yeah, also there's this that is interesting. The where is it? Where is it? The Stanford Encyclopedia of Philosophy says. It says the dictionary definition of lying is to make a false statement with the intention to deceive. So yeah, if you are saying something with the intention to deceive, it is indeed a lie. That's what I've come to learn. And this whole thing looks very interesting. I'll probably come back and read it, but that's not the point. Yeah. So even though the statement itself that I was making was not a lie per se, in the context, it was not the true answer, and it was said with intent to deceive. So like even if it's not a full on lie, maybe it's a half truth or something, it's if it's made with intent to deceive, it's a lie. That's what I've come to discover, and I repented then. I know I fear God. And so to the best of my abilities these days, I don't tell lies. I don't tell lies, no. The only person I lie to consistently is myself. But then again, like, if is it really lying if I know that I'm lying? Because like, how do you lie to yourself? You know you're telling a lie. But then, I suppose, um, I suppose if you lie to someone and they know you're lying, you're still lying. It's just that they are aware of the fact. So yeah, it sounds ridiculous because how do you lie to yourself and believe yourself because you know you are lying? Yeah. But the funny thing is, the more you tell yourself something, or the more you are told something, whether or not you believe it to be true, at some point, it begins to stick, it begins to internalize that thing, and like you act in line with that thing that you have repeatedly been. Like, what there's this thing that was said. So apparently, this is called the illusory truth effect. and it is the tendency to believe false information to be correct after repeated exposure, or let me see, an inclination to believe something after hearing it repeatedly. So yeah, the more you repeat something to yourself, or the more something is repeated to you, the more likely you are to internalize that and believe it, regardless of whether you indeed initially think of it as true or as fact. Yeah, so if you say it enough, you'll eventually come to believe it. And yeah, this illusory truth effect is actually so effective. And I just found out today that it was a whole concept. But like I realized that over time, my general self confidence, my esteem, my general self concept, how I see myself as a person, has improved exponentially because of this illusory truth effect. Because I tell myself things I don't believe. Like I'll be talking to someone, and over the course of the conversation, I'll say things like, "I know, right? I'm just so epic. Like, guys, it's not easy to be this pro." Or maybe I wrote or I drew something, and I'm looking back and you're like, who did this? Because I'm sure it wasn't me. I didn't do it on purpose with any like knowledge of the effects of that, but here we are. So I was joking. I was just playing, like I'm talking rubbish as far as I'm concerned. Well, it's not as if I didn't believe when I said these things, because I didn't believe I wasn't epic. I didn't believe I wasn't pro, but then I didn't believe I was. Do you get, like, I didn't say them thinking, yeah, this is true. I didn't say them thinking, nah, this is completely, I don't know, man. Whatever the case, seeing them, it was good. All right, it had a good effect, whether I intended it to or not. The point is that I think it is necessary or even good sometimes to tell yourself things you don't necessarily believe, in hopes that one day you will. Essentially, fake it till you make it, which entails pretending that you are competent, or that you are capable, or that you are confident, or like pretending you believe it at least, until maybe one day it manifests itself in reality. So this is something cool that William James said. He said, "Thus, the sovereign voluntary path to cheerfulness, if our spontaneous cheerfulness be lost, is to sit up cheerfully, to look round cheerfully, and to act and speak as if cheerfulness were already there." And that's exactly what affirmations are, as far as I'm concerned. Affirmations are the lies we tell ourselves in hopes that one day we will believe them. And I suppose they do work on the concept of the illusory truth effect. How do affirmations work? Yeah. Is there a science behind it? All right. Positive affirmations are positively loaded phrases or statements that are used to challenge unhelpful or negative thoughts, blah, 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 blah. Okay, so Healthline is saying that neuroplasticity, which is the brain's ability to change and adapt to different circumstances, is one of the things that helps, is what part of what makes affirmations work. Regular repetition of affirming statements about yourself can encourage your brain to take these positive affirmations as fact. So even if within me I know that I don't actually think of myself as intelligent, or as beautiful, or capable, or strong, or whatever, like simply saying it as though I am, even if I don't actually believe I'm epic or cool or a pro, simply saying it as though I am. Even like the thing is, it even works regardless of whether you're fully serious about it. Like I was not being serious about any of those things, and yet I feel a lot better about myself. Especially when people agree with me, even though even though it's looking weird. I'm saying these things in jest. You're not supposed to agree with me. If you agree with me now, it becomes weird. Now it's awkward. Now I'm shy. But like, yeah, it does do something to have people agree with you, which is like why support systems are also important in this. But yeah, anyway, what I'm saying is that even just saying those things as though they are true, and then acting in line with that lie, you've told yourself is very, very helpful. It's going to do a lot. And this was the thing in James Clear's Atomic Habits as well. But I don't have it right now, so I'm going to paraphrase heavily. But essentially, there was a section where it was like, you are what you do. So if you want to be a writer, write. If you want to be a singer, sing. If you want to be an athlete, athlete. um, yeah. And then, like I said, support systems are so helpful because as people we tend to give more validity or give more credence to give more importance to the things other people say about us, how other people think about us, how we are perceived by other people. So when you have people around you who are supporting you, who are telling you, oh, you can do it, you are so smart, you are this, you are that, you are whatever, and the whatever else, it helps a lot for your confidence. So, and some people are going to come and be like, oh, well, I don't have friends, I can't tell you how to make friends, guy. I swear, that's where my expertise ends. I don't know how to make friends. I'm usually the makey, not the maker. But like, yeah, having good friends is a very, very, very good I don't know, man. Just yeah, get some. It can even be as good as your self care pep telling you on the daily, oh, you can do this, or I think you're so cool. Guys, wait first. Do you know what Pep said to me? I woke up one morning and opened my this app and like, this is the first thing I saw. If they don't toast you, like, leave that relationship. Like, yeah, this is not it's not sponsored. This is sponsoring me, but like, I love this app so much because there's so many things. But like, just for the purpose of this video, there's these affirmations they give you on a daily. You open the app, there's affirmations. You tell yourself nice things, okay, and you start your day with nice things, and then you act in line with those nice things, and then you feel nice, and then you be nice, and like, I don't know. It makes you happy, if nothing else. All right. Yeah. So I mean, at the end of the day, it might be maybe it might be cringe or it might be and I'm not even good at like I've never learned to say affirmation. Affirmations I always thought they were weird. Like why am I why am I saying these things? Ew. And like I don't even like if I don't even say the affirmations that like I know you're supposed to say affirmation. You're supposed to say those things like I am calm and collected. I am capable. I am this and that. I can't do it. It's weird. But like I notice myself these days. I open the app and I see the affirmation and they're like, I grew at my own pace. Yeah, I do grow at my own pace. Yeah. So, I don't know. Whatever works for you. Even just reading the affirmations because I don't see them. I've never actually said them, but like even just reading them is I don't know, it has an effect. At the end of the day, isn't it so much more unfortunate to tell yourself negative lines? Like if you're going to lie to yourself, it might as well be positive things, might as well be good things. Because isn't it so much more unfortunate to tell yourself negative things about yourself that may not necessarily be true either, and then believe those rather than the good ones. So yeah, become proficient in lying to yourself. Tell yourself nice things. Have a good day. You might as well, you know. And I'll be the first to lie to you. You are so absolutely epic for doing all the things. Like, subscribe, um, comment, tell your friends, and if you don't have any, tell your Finchy bird. Yeah, thank you for doing those. Um, and I suppose I'll be back eventually sometime. Bye. Okay, so at the same time, I'm low-key scared I'm out here spreading toxic positivity. If you feel bad. For like, for the most part, try to feel good. But yeah, in line with that, let me just tell you a very fun story. A story of joy, a story of sadness, is stories that touch. All right. So I suffered so much while trying to film this video. Okay. The fact that we even have lights now is a miracle because what is the time? It's 10:30. That's crazy. Because usually by this time they've taken power. It's hot. I'm dying. God, this country is so hot. Why is this country so hot? And like I don't have the I natural lighting is not doing anything for me. I have to have the lights on to shoot this video. Okay, so first thing I came home from school because I'm on a break right now, and for the first week, for the first few days, at least for the first 3 days, I was lazy. I was doing nothing. I also disappointed myself at the end of every day. But like, there's reasons. But like, anyway, yeah. So the next day, I was like, okay, fine. Let me be productive. Let me make this video. Only for me to fall sick with the cold and with the sore throat. It was not the best time. And then for that was for 2 days, and that's how that week went. And then what happened? The weekend came. My siblings were in the house making noise. So I couldn't film the video. Then this week came. I was like, okay, fine. I'll film on Monday. Only to discover my siblings are on midterm break. So they're always here. They're always making noise. I don't want to shoot when they're around. So yeah, I mean they are around, but like they're not here. So glory be. And then, guys, this thumbnail, you see this thumbnail, is fine. I love it. I'm so happy. It suffered me because, first of all, we don't have a full length mirror in the house. So it was difficult because the mirrors we have are the bathroom mirrors and the sinks are directly in front of them. So I had to stand with my back shoved against the bloody sink to snap that picture. All right. And then the plan originally was to talk and then as draw as well in this video. I was going to draw the other half, the mirror half of the mirror of the picture, but then that didn't work out. It was very terrible. I won't even show you because it was just like. But then yeah, so I was like, okay, fine. Since I'm not drawing it, since I was legit frustrated. I was so frustrated because it was not working, and I was like, okay, fine. Let me just snap the because the concept was one side is like happy face, one side is sad face. You get the idea. All right. So I was like, since I only snapped the like not happy side, I was like, okay, let me take this other half. I did that yesterday. If I tell you the struggle of aligning the camera in the same way that I did it the first time so that I could take this picture, it was not easy. And then this is the height of it. So I was trying to open the blinds, the blind in the bathroom to have natural light to like aid the lights so I could take a good picture. The bloody this the whole the entire thing fell down. Literally, it dislocated itself from the wall and fell. It was not funny. I wanted to cry. It was not funny. I was so annoyed. I went to sleep for 5 hours. So yeah, that's a fun story. So in case like watch last week's video about how plans never work out because literally it's not even that they don't work. It's that they it's not even that they don't work in my favor. It's like they work like in the complete opposite, like they are working against me. I don't know why life hates me so much, or at least today I have shot the video. At least the thumbnail ended up turning out nice. At least I'm just grateful to God because I've, I've been through a lot. I'm saying this to say not every day is a good day. Have your bad days, alright? It's fine. Just think how life is so stupid and how everybody hates you and the world is so wicked. But then at the end of the day, at the end of the day, it's more beneficial to be happy. So yeah, when you're done wallowing, just you get the idea. Bye.